Hello staff, today's tutorial is a tutorial on how to use the Schoology calendar to make it a really useful tool for our students and something that can really help them. So in order to do that, I'm going to head into my class, and as we've been asked to do, our classes should be organized by weeks with the current week at top, and within that week, folders with a day or a couple of dates separated for organization for our students. And I've done that, and I've added one extra day called May 25th practice that we'll use for this calendar modeling. And so let's say we may have videos or other links in here. This folder happens to be empty, but I'm going to create an assignment, and as always, this assignment is going to be due and graded, and so we want you to create, DHMS wants you to create that assignment right in the folder with the same naming protocols. And so I'm going to call this assignment the Science Fake Project. And I want to do what a lot of people do with projects. I want this assignment to actually not be due today. I want it to be due at a later date. And I'm going to say I want it to be due on June 1st. And so, of course, I have to go ahead and give it a category. And so you'll see when I create this, when I click Create, you'll see what happens to the student calendar. So right now for June 1st, the student calendar, as you can see, is empty, but when I click Create, you can see that when I refresh this screen for the student, on June 1st, hey, it shows that we have a Science Fake project that is due. But I don't want to just have the kids get information about it when it's due, because I want them to be working on it throughout, even though there isn't an actual due date on the 26th or the 27th. And so here's what you can do for that. In order to remind students that they should be working on bigger projects, what a lot of teachers like to do, and what is just fine if you want to do that, is to create an event. So you go ahead and you head back to your regular class, and right over here on the right, you have the opportunity to add an event to your calendar by clicking Add Event. And so if you do that, my event is going to be Science Fake Project Workday 1. And that is going to be what they're going to do on May 26th. And so if I go ahead and click Save Changes on that, you'll notice that on the student calendar right now there is nothing on May 26th. But when I click Save Changes for that event, it will automatically populate to their calendar, and I'll go ahead and refresh their calendar. And so it'll automatically populate that event on the 26th, saying that's Science Fake Project Workday 1. And so that's just a way to use events to let kids know, especially if you have big projects, that here's what we're working on, and you can even put what they should be done with by that time to chunk it out for them. And so those are two ways that you can use the calendar to make it very useful. One of the ways, as was modeled down here, is, as has been asked, when you create assignments that are going to be due, give them a due date and it'll automatically populate to the calendar. And then the other way is to use the events option to create reminders for days when you're not actually collecting an assignment, or that it's not due, days about what you might want the kids to accomplish. As we're doing this, if we could keep in mind that if each of us could stick to one assignment or one event per day as often as possible, that would be helpful in keeping the clutter down. We know that sometimes we just need to have 2 assignments or a quiz and an assignment, or a couple of things pop up on a certain day from time to time, and that's okay. But if we could keep it to as close to one assignment and one event as possible per day, that could help keep the clutter down for our students.